Welcome back on the Bulldog Blitz. Once more, we are joined by Stephen Peak, sports editor of the Butler Collegian. Steve, every time we interview you, we win, we move further in the round, and I guess if we win one more time, we're in the national championship, right?
That's right, yeah. I guess I'm on the roster technically, but it's not me. It's definitely the team doing what they're doing.
Well, let's talk about this. Campus abuzz with all of the activities that are going on. The media's descended upon the campus. How is student life here at Butler?
Student life is great. I mean, I think all the students are eating up all the buzz around here, and all the activity and the extra people here is making it easier even just to go to class and do all the other simple things we normally do. So it's great.
What about the distractions, not only for the students, but for the players themselves? This is the first time they've been on this national stage, immense media scrutiny, and yet they still got to go to class and prepare.
Yeah, and actually the media is kind of eating that part up too. Going to classes, I guess Gordon has to go to four today, or had to. But I think the players are handling it well. I actually heard a story that very beginning of the season they made a list of all the distractions possible for the season. And I guess I heard Ronald say that the list still holds true, as true now as it did then. So I think they're going to continue handling it the way they have the whole year.
Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans, they are not new to this Final Four thing. They've been here many times. Tom Izzo himself, one of the best coaches in all of men's basketball. What do you see in this matchup?
I see just a really intelligent basketball game mostly. You can look at all the players in the matchups, but I think the coaches are going to have great adjustments even in the first half, not just in the second half, to be able to counter what the other person's doing. And there's just not enough to be said about Izzo. Yeah, if you play for him, you're guaranteed a Final Four at least once in your career.
There's been great defense for the Bulldogs led by Nord and Veasley, but what matchups are you looking at against this Spartan team?
Well, there is one big guy from Michigan State that Matt Howard's going to have to probably handle, but there are also a lot of injuries on Michigan State, so that could help Butler and it could hurt Butler. Butler's going to see a lot of different bodies coming off that bench, and so it's basically going to be can Matt stay in the game long enough for long stretches of periods of time to be able to make an impact in the interior, and then just can the Butler guards continue using their quickness and their intelligent passing to get open shots.
The road hasn't been easy for the Bulldogs. Their last two games coming against Syracuse and Kansas State, knocking out the 1 and 2 seeds. Does that sort of legitimize the run that they're on? Not to say that they're just a Cinderella with good luck, but they've actually played some good teams.
Right, we're certainly no George Mason, and I think the media has actually been pretty good about not comparing us to George Mason. I think they actually see that distinction. But the wins do legitimize a program to continue staying in the top 10 in the country. Every year it's not just, oh, this is a good team this year, or oh, it's another Sweet 16, but not much more for Butler. Moving on even just to the Elite 8 is a big legitimizer for this program.
You've been the optimist all throughout this road trip out in San Jose, Salt Lake City, and now here in Indianapolis. What's our prediction for this game?
Sure. Well, unfortunately, I think Michigan State's going to actually bust Butler's under 60 defense. I think the Spartans are probably going to score over 60 points first time in the tourney on Butler, but I do think Butler's going to win this game 70-64. I think there's going to be some good free throw shooting. Like I said, if Matt can get in the game, he's wonderful from that charity stripe. So if he can get to the foul line, if we can put some pressure on him, we can use the free throws to kind of bump ourselves up a little bit, and that 6-point win probably going to happen. I'm being an optimist again.
Very nice. All right, thank you, Steve, for joining us once more.
Yeah, it's always great to be on this program. Thank you.
All right, that'll do it for Stephen Peak, sports editor of the Butler Collegian. We'll be back after the break with more. As you would expect, after the Bulldogs found out they would be going to the Final Four, merchandise absolutely flew off the shelf. Our Blitz's Ryan Anderson has the story.
The Butler campus in Indianapolis area is ecstatic over the upcoming Final Four, and because of this, they are buying t-shirts and even Bulldogs. Packed areas and fans dressed in Butler apparel are all things you should expect when entering the Butler Bookstore. Final Four excitement is not just seen on campus, says bookstore manager Richard Goodpaster.
But I'm seeing Butler shirts absolutely everywhere in the city. I'm staying down on the south end of town as close as I could get to here in a hotel. I'm seeing Butler gear everywhere.
The basketball team's success has fans wanting Butler items, and the bookstore provides those items.
Well, right now we have just the basic tee Final Four, but we have several vendors that are sending these shirts as fast as they can. But we have Nike, we have Gear, we have Russell, We have all the shirts coming in, and we are selling out as fast as we can get them in the door.
The bookstore has sold over 6,000 shirts to date, but expect to sell more once the next order comes in.
Starting Monday, we pushed the button on Sunday and started ordering our product, and they started coming in. We had a truck waiting at 7:30 Monday, and they've been arriving every day since. We even had a delivery in an old Cavalier Chevy come with 6 cases of shirts to try to get them here in time.
The store has added responsibility with the overflow of customers, prompting the hiring of employers from unusual places over this week.
Well, we've brought in staff from all over the state of Indiana. I have folks here from Kentucky that work in our other bookstores. They have all come in to help service the customer here. It's just been a tremendous traffic. And I think one of the notable things is just the customer that's coming in. Everyone's so polite. If we're out of something, they're not getting real upset. They said they'll wait, they'll be back. I've had a couple of ladies I've met 3 different times this week already. They keep coming back in and shopping here.
New responsibilities, however, fail to keep good pastor and fans from cheering for the hometown team.
We know who's going to win. It's going to be Butler, and then they're going to win Monday night in the finals.
T-shirts are selling fast, but you can still order your shirt online at www.bkstr.com. For the Bulldog Blitz, this is Ryan Anderson.
Well, that will just about do it for this week's episode of the Bulldog Blitz. Please catch us on Comcast On Demand, or you can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Bulldog Blitz Sports. Outside Hinkle Fieldhouse on assignment this week, the Final Four here in Indianapolis. Bulldogs taking on the Michigan State Spartans. We'll see you next time on the Bulldog Blitz.